Just got back from Jeep Beach. The morning of us leaving, I installed Carolina Metal Masters A-pillar Jeep Gladiator JT mirrors. And I just want to say that these are by far the best mirrors that I've ever bought. I've bought other sets of mirrors off of Amazon, the hinge mounted mirrors, and it's just got a lot of flaws in the design. The way they mount, it'll move back and forth. It tightens down against your hinge. There's a chance that you're going to scratch the paint on them. When the wind blows, they move. The ball joints in them are loose. It's just not a good design. Now, what Carolina Metal Masters has done is they've actually taken, and at the grab handles, you actually remove the bolt on the inside of it, and then the mounts go above that. So the mounts are always there. And then you mount the mirrors on top of that. So with the knurled nut that's on here, it's very easy to take off and put on. So you can just pop them on, pop them off when you take your doors off. I wanted to start with my review just so you know how I feel about it. I just think that if I had known about these mirrors, that if I'd done my homework in the beginning, that I would have completely bought these mirrors to start with. They're a little pricier than other mirrors on the market, but for the money that I spent on the crappy mirrors that I've thrown away, then I wish I would have known about these. I don't think in the future of me having a Jeep that I will ever have to have another mirror. These are just machined so well. It's a solid product. While we were at Jeep Beach, I met with Jill and Brian, who own Carolina Metal Masters. So the next segment, I'm going to show you a little interview I did with him about the development and his thoughts behind these mirrors. And then after that, I'll move into the how to install portion of it. We're at Jeep Beach. I'm here with the owner of Carolina Metal Masters, Brian, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his company and his mirrors.
Hey guys, here at Jeep Beach out in the sun here on a nice Saturday. We're talking about our mirrors today here for the JL and JT, and also the mirror is kind of inspired from the JK. So we had our mirrors on the JK handles, and when we went to the JLs and the JTs, Jeep, of course, put the factory built handle in. So we decided we're gonna have to do something different. So as we were looking at it, the cover panel that covers the little access area to where this handle bolts in is a perfect spot, and it's solid. So pop the little cover panel off. There's a counter bore up in there where the bolt goes in, the factory one. We just mimic that with a snout. The piece goes up in there. You take the bolt out, the piece goes up in there, and the bolt goes in. You got a ball mount if you want to mount your phone. Sometimes we mount an S-Pod off the base. That covers that area where that access is, so it gives you a mount as well. So if your mirror's not on, you can do that. You have a mount. The mirrors are easy to go on and off. It's a knurled nut, same as the ones that would have been on the JK. We thread that off.
Yeah, it's very easy on your hand.
It comes off,
Yep.
and then these can go in the back of the seat. We started making a new thing called a sanctuary. It's just a little padded bag. Everybody's been asking for it. Oh, my mirrors got broke, so what do we do? So we made a nice little padded bag that we have made locally as well in Tennessee, and they go in the back seat or wherever you want to keep them. So, and it works out pretty good. Everybody asks, do they shake? Do they vibrate? There has been a lot of videos out, and we know of one video out where a guy was speedometer back to the mirror, speedometer back to the mirror, and I think he had 115 or 120 something. He got a visit from an officer, and they said, either take it down or we're going to write your ticket here in your doorway of the house. So he took it down. So they are solid, and they'll stay put. So, but it's just it's a piece that we make in a little 5-axis machine, and run them all day long, pretty much every day. So, yes, sir.
Well, I just installed them. I think they're great. Thanks for
Thank you, man. Thank you. You got.
Now I'll be installing them to see what they look like. If you're interested in Carolina Metal Masters, then check out the link below, and let's get started. So to complete this installation, you're going to need two tools. One is 10mm socket and a 5mm and 7mm Allen key. So the first thing you're going to want to do is install the A-pillar mirror mount. That's what this piece is. It's going to go down into this section above your grab handle. So you're going to want to remove this plastic cover. It doesn't matter if there's a plastic tab on it. If you pull on it, you could pop it right off of there. You're not going to be using this piece again. The grab handle, you'll see inside here, there's a 10mm bolt. That's the one we're going to be taking out. I have my 10mm socket with extension. So let's take it out and move on to the next step. There it is, pop right out. This is what the bolt looks like. That's the length that you're gonna have to back it out. So install the mirror mount into the A-pillar. You're gonna wanna remove this ball. That'll expose the 5mm Allen bolt, which is what you're gonna use to screw into where the bolt you just removed is. So you're gonna slide that back up into that hole and get your Allen key ready. Yeah. So it's set right away. I didn't have any issues. I didn't have to move it around or anything. You're gonna tighten that down until that is secure. It looks like part of the Jeep. It's well made. The metal's nice. Fits right into the side rail very beautifully. You're gonna want to put this ball mount back in. Tighten that all the way down, and then there is no wiggle. There's nothing here that can rattle. So the next thing we're gonna do is install the mirror bars, the ones that hold the mirrors. There's a rubber grommet here and a rubber grommet here. I'm just noting that because one of them fell off last night. Otherwise, I wouldn't have noticed it. When you store them, you're gonna want to screw them together to keep the rubber grommets from getting lost. The next step here is to mount the mirrors. So you have this Allen bolt. It's gonna go in the back of here, and then you're gonna screw the mirror onto that portion. So tighten that down. Just a quick note, when you're adjusting the mirrors, there's 3 screws on the back of here. If you loosen those, that'll loosen the tension on the ball mount, so then you can move it around. This mirror is, yeah, it's tight enough that it's not going to move when the wind blows on it, but loose enough that you can still move it around. So then you're just going to insert this into the bar and tighten this down on the inside. So the wide part is going to face to the inside, and the small part goes against the A-pillar mount. I'm just going to tighten that down. I'm just going to come back and tighten everything up. This is an 8mm Allen key for this ball, so I'm going to tighten that down. Make sure it's not going anywhere. I still feel pretty confident that you can hand tighten those without messing it up. I wouldn't over tighten just because you don't want to scratch the Cerakote finish on the bar, but I'm feeling pretty confident that this is going to hold up. It looks good. The profile looks good. I mean, it's everything I was looking for in a doors off mirror. Easily, you can take it off easily and store it easily. Don't really have to worry about the wind. It's not awkward here. It's not getting in and out. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it flexing forward and back. You don't have to worry about over tightening it, scratching your paint. So far, I'm very happy with these. So we're gonna run through this one real fast. If you want to take this plastic piece off, if it doesn't pop off, this one's a little bit harder than the other side. I can't take it off by hand. I'm gonna use this flat blade screwdriver. Just pop it off, pull it down, pull it off. Again, it's not something that we're gonna be using once we install the mirror mounts. Oh. And there's the bolt. Again, it's a little bit of a longer bolt, so it takes a minute for it to come out. This part, the A-pillar mirror mount, you're going to remove the ball portion of this. You're going to insert it this direction. So we're going to put that in. We're going to take our 5mm Allen key and tighten that in there. Again, if this one's anything like the other one, it should go right in. Yep. So it's lined up perfectly. Get it. It's tight. I don't expect any rattles from that. We're gonna reinsert the ball adapter. I know Carolina Metal Masters makes a bunch of accessories that utilize this ball portion. I know that at the very least they have a phone holder and a magnetic mount. Then we're going to take our 8mm socket and tighten that in. Everything's good and tight, no rattles. We're going to put our mirror on. So we're going to put our mirror on the mirror column. There's a deeper divot on the back of this. The bolt's going to go through that part. So the bolt's actually flat against it. And then I'm just going to hand tighten the mirror on here. Tighten it all the way down. And then again, be careful of the rubber grommets on both sides of this. Insert this into there. Once it's in, the wide part faces the inside of the truck. And then tighten that one down. And then you can adjust your mirror. I'm gonna get all the tools cleaned up, then I'll do a walk around and show you what they look like on the truck. I'll probably pull out of the garage because it's daylight now. And then we're gonna get ready to go to Jeep Beach.